Today we are learning Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. This is IkeGuitar. Let's dive in. Guys, what is going on? IkeGuitar here with another awesome guitar video all about guitar stuff. And guys, Merry Christmas to you. We are Monday, December 21st, the winter solstice, the longest day of the year, but also only 4 days away from presents underneath the tree. Hope you guys are doing great and we'll get some sweet loot this year. Now guys, it wouldn't be the holidays if I didn't give you a tutorial on one of my favorite holiday Christmas songs. And this one is actually brought to you by Jay over at Instagram. Jay asked me if I could do a tutorial of Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. 1998, guys. That was, gosh, 22 years ago, if you can believe it. But yet a classic Christmas song from one of the best boy bands to grace the 90s. So let's dive in, and why not get started with the original music video for Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Alright, so right off the bat, we've got the music video for NSYNC, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. First impressions, wow, what a time capsule. Now, I was not an NSYNC fan, I was a Backstreet Boys fan. Sorry, guys. But NSYNC, obviously, Justin Timberlake has had a very lucrative career after his NSYNC days. Not as much the Backstreet Boys, but there have been some solo stuff anyway. So we've got a classic Christmas song. They did that. All these Lou Pearlman bands did classic Christmas songs, and even some originals, okay? So this is one of the originals that NSYNC put out in their holiday album. Yes, there's a whole holiday album. It's called Home for Christmas. It's got all kinds of different songs, but the vast majority of them are made by them, okay? There is a First Noel, All I Want for Christmas, but overall, all pretty much original music. So if you like NSYNC, this kind of music, you've got a whole holiday record to listen to on your car ride to Pennsylvania for homemade pumpkin pie. Now, some things that do stick out. Obviously, lots of funk guitar, but this guitar part is not the overarching, driving rhythm section in the song. The majority of the song is very piano, very keyboard, very 808, and of course, the five singers. Now, obviously, when you're dealing with funk guitar that's buried in the mix like this, sometimes it's better to just ad-lib your way through it. Now, I'm going to give you guys, to my knowledge, the best parts I know how, but just be aware that these aren't going to be studio specific. I can't really get into all the changes that the guitarist does in this song without the multi-tracks, but if you're playing this live, you're going to enjoy playing this song the way I am going to be playing it for you guys. It's super easy, super simple, but just know that ad-libbing is the way to go. And that brings up a whole philosophy on what funk guitar actually is. Funk guitar is a style of guitar music that really seeks to feels to express. It's very percussive. It's not necessarily meant to provide musical information, although it does. It's really meant to be an accent to the bass, or the 808 in this example, or to the keyboards. So let it be known that if you screw up royally in this song, it's not going to be as terrible as you think it is. If you just stick within the diatonic key that the song is in, you're going to be just fine, and it'll be up to you to add in all those little flourishes, those embellishments, those very soul-like features we see in a lot of funk, and especially this song. Alright, so before we dive into the tutorial, let's talk about what I'm using to get the sounds I'm getting. First off, I've got a Fender Player Series Stratocaster in Tide Pool Blue. This is the HSS version. HSS simply means humbucker single single. Pretty solid guitar. It is the entry-level Mexican guitar at about $700, so obtainable by a lot of you hobbyists as well as semi-pro musicians. Very nice guitar. Obviously, all maple with the alder body, Alnico 2s with an Alnico 5 humbucker. What I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be playing through a Princeton style amplifier. Now, I would recommend for funk guitar either a Princeton or a Bassman. It is up to your preference. A Bassman, you're going to get a little bit more chunk, but I think the Princeton is just mellow enough to give me what I need. All I'm using right now is a compressor on my pedal to bring out the natural sounds in my guitar, and I'm playing in the second position. And the second position pickup selector is going to be the in-between, the out of phase of the middle and the neck. So it's going to get this very glassy-like tone. Alright, so this song is in the key of F major, okay? That's going to be 1 flat, B flat. Now what we're going to look at here for chords is you're really going to maintain yourself in this F major pentatonic shape. That's the easiest way to get all of these different sounding chords. And I'm going to show you guys some basic fundamentals of funk triads to help you guys get started with this song. Alright, let's talk about chords in this position. F major pentatonic gives you a lot of really cool shapes to be able to play different chords, and you're going to need it for this song. For F major pentatonic, you're going to have this F major on the D, the G, and the B string. It's kind of like an A shape, but we're going to play it with our index finger. So we're implying the F major without the root right here. In fact, there's an F right here, so you're good. F major right here on the A, and then if you add your ring finger onto the D string of the 12th fret, you're going to get a D minor sound. We know that D minor is the relative minor of F major, so it's really easy just to add that D, and you get that D, F, A, and that's a D minor triad. You're going to need that chord. That's going to be your 6, okay? And then we're going to have an A minor triad. Now, A minor is a little different. You're pretty much playing an inverted D chord, but you're only going to be playing it on the D, G, and B strings. All of these chords on the D, G, and B, really simple. Okay, so it's going to be the A, C, and E are all going to be right there for you. And then our next chord is going to be a G minor. Now the G minor is literally played like this with a bar, but if you notice, if you take your F major triad we just talked about, just add on these, we've got a B flat major chord, but it's without that G minor root. It's amazing how chords work in this song, but we're going to be using this B flat style chord to essentially allude to a G minor later in the song. So be aware of all those things, and then of course for all those fills, you can just play around that pentatonic scale and get you those sounds. Now once again, these chords are not going to be exact to the recording, but if you really want to dive deep into what sounds you're getting from this guitar and this track, you're really going to want to focus on the right side of the speaker. The right side speaker has the majority of guitar information in this song, so if you're having a hard time figuring out how they're getting these certain guitar sounds and these tonalities, take your left earbud out, listen to the right side. It'll help you a lot with this tutorial. But we're going to play through the song a little bit, give you guys an idea of how it sounds, and then we'll dive into how you actually play these things in the real time. Alright, so this intro part, this first verse of the song, not a whole lot of chords, full-on guitar chords coming out in this part, but what we are going to do is we are going to palm mute and play around the pentatonic a little bit. Now, exactly what notes they're playing, I'm not going to go deep on, but for your information, you're going to want to play more of your lower strings. So and just kind of play around that, get a feel for how it sounds, and kind of make it sound good in the moment. So if you wanted to play around in that first verse with just that F in that intro chorus here, with the F major, you can totally do that. It's kind of all about feeling the sound, okay? So you kind of don't want to focus on, gosh, which chord changes where. You can go deep and do that on the bar chords. It's obnoxious, it's annoying, but you can do it. But really, if you're just floating around this F major, adding in those inflections, maybe adding a couple of harmonics, maybe even a couple of pentatonic style riffage and fills, you're going to fill in those gaps and make that part of the song sound really, really good. Alright, so for the chorus, we're going to be working off of this F major. We're going to slide into F, then slide into D minor, and then slide into A minor. Then we're going to do this, we're going to imply the Happy Holiday melody with our fingering hand. just like that, okay? So if you're gonna play that part of the song, instead of playing a full G minor, the B flat implied G minor, I would just recommend you playing along with that melody. It's gonna add a nice little spice to it. Then you can turn around and go back into the chorus again and play those same chords, okay? You can't forget that that high F. Alright, so the next verse is going to change the way we play the chords. This time we're going to go from F to A minor to D minor. Not a too hard of a switch for us, but we are going to ad-lib a little more over those chords. Let me show you how I play that verse with those three chords. Start with F. There's A minor. There's F again. Ad-lib. F again. A minor. F again. There's that D minor to the A minor. Back to D minor. A minor. Alright, so this bridge is probably going to be the more trickier part of the song to nail down. Now, once again, you can probably just ad-lib through this part and it not be a problem, but I'm going to show you the chords that they're actually playing on the keyboard, and then I'll show you what I'm playing around those chords, okay? It'll start off with this G minor. G minor, G minor, 5, A minor, 6. G minor, 4, 5, and then 3, and then D minor. Just like that. Alright guys, I just showed you the bridge using bar chords. Now I'm going to show you how to play those funk chords over those keyboard chords. What we're going to be playing is a G minor 9 over the G minor. So when that G minor hits, you're going to play the G minor 9. Now a G minor 9 is just F major, that A shape we know and love, and just drop that top string down a whole step. Okay? And then once they hit that G minor 9, we're going to go to a 4 with a suspended 2. We're going to the F, and then we're going to the D minor. That's the first part of the bridge. The second part is going to be G minor 9. Back to that 4 suspended 2, and then we're going to simply do the G minor 9 again. And then back to a major 1 with that C on top. Let's play it all together so you guys get an idea of how it should sound. Boom, done. And that is how you play that bridge with the funk progressions. And then you wash, rinse, repeat that chorus, and you're good to go. You've finished Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video on NSYNC's Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I make videos all the time, all kinds of covers, all kinds of tutorials to help you guys on your path to be a great guitar player. Be sure to hit me up on Instagram at IkeGuitar. I post all kinds of stuff there. You're not going to want to miss a single piece of content. Merry Christmas, guys, and we'll see you next time on IkeGuitar.